themselves in the future. That can be a job, it can be a lifetime, can't it? But what loads of people do is get the kids to the skills and then let them fuck off in the teenage years and go and do whatever they want instead of keep them on that page. So see the way your daughter's still in school and she's got a black belt. If she continues with the thing, she's going to go up them levels, first dan, second dan, third dan, fourth dan, fifth dan, sixth dan. That's like the top level, I think, in karate and shit. Loads of parents will let them fuck it up, and then so if your daughter jogs karate on now, she's a black belt, and she'll try and delve into some sort of other place over there and try and make her life work and work in this job that she doesn't really like, but it's paying the money and whereas if you just keep her on that page, that's everything for her. That's a work, that's a time spent, that's a network of people, that's a community of people, that's a love, a care, a kind of... Everything is on that path. Keep them on it. I'd love my daughter, I'd love a Laura or a Rosa to be black belt in karate now, mate. Fucking hell, before they're 16. Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Like the dojo's not like a fucking MMA dojo. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if you get your I always say this because it's a valid point, and then they get MMA fighters hating on me because I'm saying it, but I'm just making valid points for the consideration of your kids and the psychological aspect to them, basically. If you enroll your kid in a fighting class for defence, the majority are putting your kids in because you're worried, you want them to be able to defend themselves, right? Now, if you've got a 7-year-old kid and you put him in a karate dojo, or you've got a 7-year-old kid and you throw him in your local MMA gym, the 7-year-old kid that's going to the karate dojo 3 times a week is being taught 3 times a week by a man that's probably 6 dan. He's been doing karate for 20, 30, 40 years. He's at the top of the fucking chain. Not just physically, but spiritually. And this is what you get with full martial arts, not mixed martial arts. So full martial arts will be jiu-jitsu by itself, karate by itself. Mixed martial arts is doing Monday BJJ, Wednesday Muay Thai, Friday Greco-Roman wrestling. Do you get what I'm saying? So you as a parent, if you put your child into that karate thing, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, they'll be getting taught by the same master. Now that one master is a spiritual warrior. His moral compass is through the roof. He doesn't take drugs, he doesn't drink, and he hasn't got a fucking ego going through the fucking roof. He's not a fashionista. You know, he's a proper martial artist on a spiritual journey, and that's where he's ended up, and that's what now he's passing this down to your kids. So if your kids are coming in with an ego, he's recognising it, removing it out your kid. If your kid's coming in spoilt, he'll recognise it, bang. If your kid's weaker than the rest, he'll recognise it and get him stronger like the rest. And every month he's in there, he's on a road to achievement. So the first 6 months, your son's getting dragged on a stage. He's never been on a stage in his fucking life. He's not confident enough. But every step of the way on here, he's going to get put on a stage, and he will have to get over the stage fright, which instills his confidence. And what's he doing when he's going up on the stage? He's collecting an achievement. When he collects that white belt, that achievement gives him more belief to carry on and get his brown belt and his green belt and his other belts. So when your kid's in that dojo of karate, he's believing in himself from the get-go. Why? Because he's achieving from the get-go. He's getting himself disciplined. Why? Because he's got a master of the art educating him. Now, if your kid's in that dojo for 3 or 4 years, you're going to have an impeccable child when it comes to communication skills, respect, morals, containing his emotions. You're going to have one of the best kids you can get your fucking hands on if you put them in a karate dojo. Now, if you get a 7-year-old and put him in an MMA gym, if you walk into an MMA gym and walk into a karate dojo, you can hear the complete difference in environments. Over here, it's pure peace and tranquility, and everyone's speaking at a respectful level. There's still humour, there's still joy, there's still all that there. Over here, the minute you walk in, you've got about 20 aggressive fucking knobheads. Not all of them are professional sports people. Not all of them are in there to become champions. Not all of them are in there to be the next MMA world champion. You've got drug dealers just trying to be hard. You've got egos, all mad shit going on. Your kid goes in there on Monday. He's got an MMA fighter that never made it to the professional ranks trying to teach him how to do BJJ on the Monday. Yeah, on the Wednesday now he's doing Muay Thai with someone else that never even got a K1 fucking belt. He's 22. He's teaching your kid how to be a Muay Thai fighter. On Friday, there you go, in 1 week, your kid's had 3 masters with 3 different attitudes, 3 different characters, and 3 different ways of looking at the fucking world. And while your kids are getting educated by these dickheads, you've got men that get pissed and sniff coke every fucking weekend, screaming when they're punching bags in the background. This is your kids you're talking about. This is not a good place for your kids to be fucking educated, I'm telling you. Too many egos in there. There's too much mixtures going on. Whereas in the karate dojo, you haven't got the kid that thinks he's Conor McGregor. You haven't got the kid that thinks he can bully everyone. Why? Because he's got a bit of a name in the MMA world. You haven't got none of that egotistic bullshit that you find in abundance in every MMA gym that's not run right. But you won't see any of that egotistic bullshit in a full martial arts class. You won't see the bullshit in a proper martial arts class. If you go to a Gracie Barrera fucking BJJ place and it's dedicated to BJJ, you haven't got the same bullshit you've got in MMA. You've got the same spiritual aspect, road of achievement. Do you understand? So that's why I say to you, we're always thinking I'm hating on MMA here. When I'm saying to use fathers and use mothers, put your kids in a discipline, one discipline. Put them in there 2 years, 3 years, let them get master in that. And then put them in this one for 3 years, let them master in that. And then put them in this one for 3 years, let them master in that. And then bang them in an MMA gym. Why? Because you've got a spiritual fucking warrior. He's done these disciplines, he's fucking sharp in 3 disciplines. Now he's over there putting them 3 disciplines together. If you put your kid brand new in an MMA gym, he's not learning fuck all but to be aggressive and fight. You're not getting the spiritual process out of it. You're not getting the repetition. And every process is repetition, cycle. So if you're going to that karate gym 3 times a week, getting educated by the same man, the same man's correcting your ways for years, the spiritual journey that you get through that, the character building, the ups and downs, the fails, the not fails, having to go back to the same drawing board and do the same draw and go back to and do the same drawing. You're not getting that in the MMA world. Why? Because if you fuck that move up on the Monday, you're doing a different discipline on a Tuesday, then a different discipline on the Friday, and then you're back in on the Monday. But the master that was training you last Monday is not there, so you've got a new master, and now we're rolling on a different exercise. Whereas over there in that dojo, you're getting given an exercise, and until you've mastered that, you're not moving on. Until you've secured that kick correct, you're not moving on. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Now you've mastered it. Let's move on to the next one. Over there, it's repeat, repeat, repeat. You're good enough. Repeat, repeat, repeat. You're good enough. There's no master that, master that, master that. So you're getting an abundance of fight skills with no master there. I'd rather have a master in one skill than a man with loads of skills but not a master in any of them. That makes sense? So put your kids in, if you're putting your kids in martial arts, put them in the strict one. If you want your kids to be good with their hands, put them in boxing. Don't put them in MMA, put them in boxing, put them in that field, put them in that space. Why? Because you've got loads of boxing gyms that are like the MMA gyms. You know, you have the criminal fraternity step in and start impacting upon what's going on. But you've got some serious boxing gyms that are truly professional safe havens for your children to go and learn good morals and fucking get a great talent. You're never ever going to get it in an MMA. There's too many egos, there's too many leaders, there's too many cooks in the one kitchen. Oh, choose a life, not a knife, la. And you fighters thinking I'm hating on you all the time. I'm fucking not. But even you know how long you been fighting for, lad. You've been in that fight game for how long, mate? You know you're better than half of these cunts that's getting that big stage. Why didn't you get it? Why did that little shit fucking fighter get it there and you never got that opportunity, but he got it before you? Why did he get it? Because he's in with the right people. That's all it is. The criminal fraternity have monopolised the boxing industry in this country, and they always have done. And if you're in with a specific group that's monopolised boxing, well then you're in there, you're going to fly. You can be the kid with the best talent in that gym. If you're not willing to lick his fucking arsehole, you're not getting where you should be going. Even if you've got the best talent. If you're the best fucking fighter in the country, if you don't bow down to these cunts, you're not getting in that space. Because they've locked that space off. You've only got to look at the young kids that try and get in there. Look at that Eddie Hearn in his time, and look at that Frank Warren. Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, gangsters. The criminal aspect of boxing in this country all the fucking lives. Then you look at young Ben Shalom. Charlotte's or whatever his name is, Ben, promoter. Had a few fucking decent boxers on him. And I could see last year when they were treating him like a piece of shit on the stage. You know, when he's got his fighter, you know, when Ben's got his fighter on the stage, he's allowed to be there, but you could see that Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn trying to get him out of camera shots and push him out the way and bully him, basically. And here we are a year later, he's being dropped by Sky. There's reasons for that shit, people, you know. Thankfully, the BBC's took an interest in the kid, and it looks like he's going to be the face of the British broadcasting boxing fucking schedule that they've got. So now, like it used to be when you were a kid, the BBC used to put some boxing fights on every fucking Friday night or Saturday night, and you'd get free boxing on your telly. The BBC are now doing that again. So what does that do for boxing? Everything, basically. It opens it right up for the boxers that weren't getting into them spaces because of them rats. So up and down this country, you have got pure talented boxers, and they're not getting the recognition they deserve because them cunts have monopolised the boxing industry. Now you've got the BBC stepping into the fold. Now all these kids that you're not seeing on your television, have now got the opportunity to get and showcase their skills on television. Why? Because of the BBC boxing schedule that they've just reinstated. Honest, it's going to be power for all these kids. Fuck your Frank Warren. Fuck your fucking Eddie Hearn. They're money grabbing, gangster related fucking rats. They've got them in the gyms with them and everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, the right hand men, organised crime criminals from Liverpool. You need to get with the programme here. So now the BBC stepped in. I know a lot of you don't like the BBC for whatever fucking reason, but it's going to bring an air of legitimacy to this fucking business. It's what the BBC is going to bring to boxing. A sense of legitimacy. A sense of not being corrupt. A sense that the decision that refs made on this BBC fucking promotion is not biased. He hasn't been swayed by a gangster in the background with a few $100 grand. Do you get what I'm saying? So good on the BBC, good on the BBC for bringing boxing back to terrestrial telly and giving all these kids within our communities the opportunity to get on the world stage and be on television. Good on them. It's just about who the pundits are now, isn't it? It's all about the pundits now. Who's going to be the voice of the boxing world on the BBC? I just hope they've got some fresh faces in there. You know, not the old shit. What they normally do, they normally get the old shit in because they're experienced in there and all that. But that old way of doing things was well gone. You need fresh faces in. Like, you don't really want Tony Bellew or any of the Smiths. Do you understand? Because they've been at it for years. The same faces, same corner, same space of people, same group of people. You know, they'll only talk on their favourites. Whereas the new kid will talk about anything the way he wants to talk about it. No favourites here, mate. I haven't been in this scene for 20 years. I haven't had tickets to your fights off you all my fucking life, so I'm not going to favour you when I'm speaking on you. You know, all that stuff just makes it well better. Like, if you're going to use a Smith, you use the youngest one, isn't it? Instead of the eldest, Paul, is it? She's been on the airways for years, hasn't he? You know, if you're going to use a fucking Smith brother to represent Liverpool boxing, use the youngest one. The best one, what's his name? It's always the case, isn't it? If you've got a line of brothers, the main one, the top one's the best, and then the other one under him tries to act like him. But then the kid at the bottom picks the skill up off the three of them. So he becomes the one with the most talent because he's watching the three of them. Where that brother's watched that brother, that brother's watched that brother, this brother just watched the three of them. So that's the one that comes out shining. So the dirt rises to the top, they say, isn't it? The dirt rises to the top, not the cream. The cream is dirt. When you're seeing all them dirty cunts rise to the top dead fast, there's a reason why they're there. It's not because they're clean, it's because they're dirty. The dirt always rises to the top first. It'll fall, but it'll rise to the top first. The dirt, the cheats, the criminals, the backhanders, all this, they always rise to the top first. But that's a good thing now. So now me, where I haven't got DAZN or Sky or any of these fucking mad channels that you're all caught up in, I've just got terrestrial telly and I don't watch it unless it's news, and that's shit, isn't it? But now with the BBC doing free boxing once a week or every 2 weeks, I'm able now to watch boxing, something I like. When them cunts have had it monopolised, I haven't been able to watch it. Why? Because it's too expensive. Now, with the BBC having it, I know now I've got a little bit of boxing I can watch on the telly. And boxing's boxing to me. You know, I can watch Oldham Athletic play fucking Crewe Athletic and enjoy a football match. It hasn't got to be like a big derby or a Champions League game. You know, football is football at the end of the fucking day. Boxing is boxing at the end of the day. Doesn't matter what gloves you've got on or what shorts you've got on. Boxing is boxing. And you can watch two of the shittest boxing in the world, but it's a boxing match and you can analyse it just like the best boxing match in the world. It's all the same. It's the promotion that makes you think it's different. And it's free, yeah? It's the main thing. It's free. You can just go on, hopefully, BBC One Friday night or Saturday night at 9:30 or 10 o'clock every night and have a full fucking card of British-born boxers. British-born boxers, that's what they're going to have. Great, I think it's fucking great, mate. You know what it does? It opens the field now. You've had them to monopolising that for 20, 30 years, started with the Dars. It's locked in. No one can get in there unless you bow down to these now. That's what it's like. Even the BBC was probably getting jogged on, getting told we want extortionate prices and shit for you to be involved in this, so I just went, well, fuck this. You can have that fucking corner over there with all your gangsters, because that's what that corner is, people. And that's what you need to understand. It's probably why the BBC hasn't been getting involved with all that shit, because they know what shit exists over there. Honest to God, that's probably why the BBC have not been involved in that boxing shit that's been going on in the last few years. It's the only reason they haven't, is because they know the criminal aspect to it. You see, this Riyadh season, that is a multi-billion pound money laundering operation right before your fucking guys. So look, if I'm Daniel Kinahan and I'm laundering my money through sports, and I've got Tyson Fury who I'm laundering my money through. Now, if I've got Tyson Fury fighting in this country, I'm getting taxed to fuck. Yeah, it'll legitimise me dollar of being me drug money, it'll legitimise it, but I'm taxed at the end of it all, and I lose more than what I fucking made. But if I can have my fighter fighting in Saudi Arabia, where there's no tax, have them fighting in Dubai, where they've got to pay no tax, and I've got my mate, the Prince, Daniel Kinahan, is mates with this fella, and he's laundering dough for me, and I give him 500 million, and he spends 400 million on them boxes. When Tyson Fury's had his £120 million tax-free money paid to him by the Prince of Dubai, 80 million of it's going straight back to Kinahan. Tax-free, legit. And this is what you're looking at the Saudi season. Nothing but money laundering en masse. That's what's happening, people. Don't think it's not. There's a reason why all MTK global fighters are now fighting in Saudi every fucking month and every fucking year. Whether it's Derek Chisora or any other one. They're all MTK global, Daniel Kinahan stable. All of them, still. And just because he's on his toes doesn't mean he's not on his toes where he's living. You know, he's got the monarchy on his back there. The monarchy look after him there. You see that Prince that you're seeing conducting all the boxing in Saudi now? That's Daniel Kinahan's partner. When MTK Global when MTK Global was legit, he was a partner in it. As soon as Daniel Kinahan got his warrant by the Americans and that business got shut down, don't think he's shift lanes and left him in the lurch. There's a reason why he hasn't been deported. There's a reason why he's not being arrested, but everyone else around him has. It's because he's protected by royalty. Fact, mate. This isn't bullshit. This isn't Darren Gee just chatting a load of shite. I'm telling you fucking now. You Darren Tills, all these people, they're all connected with Daniel Kinahan still. I'd go so far as to suggest Misfits has got something to do with him. You just won't know. Why? Because that's how clever they are. You know, they've got COAs, they've got corporations with no name on the title, and this is who's running Misfits in places like this. These big things that no one can really chase or follow back. So every time you see the Furies boxing, that has been set up by Daniel Kinahan. Still, when you're seeing him having these fights for hundreds of millions of pounds, Daniel Kinahan's in the background doing his thing. Think he's not? You got guys saying KSI is the face of Misfits. That's what he is, yeah, the face. It's like a badge. The face of it. You know, you go and buy a Gucci top. Who's the face of Gucci, do you know? I don't think he's involved anymore, says Russ, and this is what happens, innit? You know, out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. No one else is speaking about Daniel Kinahan lately, is he? I am. Always re-mentioning him. Always will do. Why? Because when you don't... I told you, didn't I? I said to you like 5 months ago, he's already been pardoned. You just don't know it yet. He's already had his warrants removed by Trump. You just don't know it yet. It'll all come out down the line anyway. You watch, mate. Daniel Kinahan is not on his toes. Daniel Kinahan cooperated fully with the authorities across the pond. Everyone, and I mean everyone, that had something to do with Daniel Kinahan's organisation has been took out and put in jail. Every one of them. You might have an handful left, and they're fucking wary. And again, it's all about the dough. You know, it's all about laundering money. And these Riyadh seasons, what you're seeing, and these boxers that have always been affiliated to McKinley Global, like your Darren Tills and all this, don't think that association's ended because you're not seeing it getting splashed everywhere. The family is the next big family in Dublin, says Alex Small. What, will you do a boxing match with Kinahan for charity? Yeah. Daniel Kinahan, I'd love to punch his fucking face in, mate. Little fat blade, lads. Little round midget. Got his notorious reputation on the back of young kids, that he paid to kill young kids. And if you were in Manchester, he will pay a Manchester kid to kill a Manchester kid. If you were in Liverpool, he would be paying Liverpool kids to kill Liverpool kids. Scumbag. Couldn't do it himself. Shithouse. And this is what you're seeing him now. He can't go in a jail in America for 20, 25 years, 30 years. He's squawked like a canary. And that's why you've got all these main heads from Holland and all these countries all nicked, getting slammed, but he's not. And he's in every fucking trial that these heads are getting convicted in. He's known as the main man supplying them all with guns and shit, and he's still not nicked or convicted or gone. Iffy. You need to watch what you're saying there, serious people. They're not the dickheads. And who the fuck are you to tell me, watch what I'm saying, you fucking shithouse rat? I'll speak on them when I fucking want, like I have done for 8 years. They're knobheads, all of them. They're just like any drug dealing fucking outfit. Doesn't matter how much money they're making. Anyone can pay a kid to kill a fucking kid. What are you like? And I'm telling you now, Daniel Kinahan is a shithouse fucking rat. End of. Yes, Shanty. And I don't give a fuck how hard you think they are and how big of an organisation you think they are. Look at them and look at the way they behave. Look at your Chisoras, look at your Tills, look at your Furies, look at your McGregors. What the fuck are they? Fuck-ups. Don't start sitting there like there's some fucking big special outfit. They had an outfit of kids in Liverpool, shooting kids in Liverpool. The only reason you heard about them in fucking Liverpool is because they're getting kids shot dead. The only reason you know about the Kinahans is because they tried to shoot me dead. No one's screaming about them till I start screaming about them. Why did I start screaming about them? Because they paid the kids to shoot me fucking dead. They fucked up. Now I start screaming about them. Proper. Exposing them for what the fuck they're doing in the boxing world. Murdering kids in the city. As soon as I start screaming about them, 2 years later, what have you got? Panorama. Everyone's writing me off. He's chatting shit, they're not like that, they're not like that, they're not like that. They're all writing me off like I'm some little weird rat just picking on the boxing world. Panorama pops up. Oh, so Darren Gee was telling the truth about MTK Global then. Panorama popped up, it shut down a month later. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm about. Getting kids away from these types of organised crime groups that come into our cities and recruit young boys because they're game and they've got a load of heart. They fucking ruin these kids. Ruin them. Bully them, intimidate them, make them do mad shit, get them lifed off or shoot them dead because they know too much. Why did they want you dead? Because it was terrorising their little soldier on the streets of Liverpool. So when I'm in jail, they've popped up, they've came into the city, headed a few main heads, took their graft off.